I'd like to think of myself as an articulator, in the sense that I'm able to articulate a narrative that it's out there, but I express it in very simple terms and in a way that it reaches a lot of people. So if I can become that translator, if I can become that sort of way of or channel through which really interesting and complex ideas like reach the mainstream, I would be very happy with that. I think we all share a will to experiment and to innovate. And I think that probably that's one of the most important things that we can do. We can challenge what we're seeing in each of our industries or contexts or ecosystems or wherever we're working in, and challenge what we're seeing, like really trying to say, to innovate in the sense that what we have, it's not a given. It's what it is, but we can make it better, or we can change it. I think that common spirit of knowing that what's out there, it's not the be-all, end-all of what is possible, I think that's fascinating. What we did, at least, was in different political parties, we were trying to hack the system in the sense that we were radically changing the way a political party makes its decisions. So what we did was we built a software called DemocracyOS, and we funded a political party, and we paired both of them, and we ran for elections with the public pledge of always voting in Congress according to what citizens decide on this online platform. So it's, how do you bring it? You turn yourself into the system. You completely try to rewire the way the system works, and you become that bridge. Like we need to sort of be that method, that protocol through which the citizens' voices and aspirations can go straight into the political system. That is one way. I don't know if it's, it's probably not the best, but it's the one that we decided to write. Where does it all lead to? No, I don't think no one knows. If someone answered that question, they were probably lying. I think, how can we collaborate? Or I think that maybe one of the best things that we can do in terms of collaboration is trying to build similar protocols for our projects. So having sort of our, each of these projects or initiatives being able to really talk to each other, I think that's the most important thing that we can do in terms of collaboration. So interoperability between platforms, for example, and shared protocols for whatever you're doing. What we're trying to do is change the way we understand governance. So the way nowadays what happens with governance is and with power is that we basically outsource our citizenship, our thinking, onto a professional class of citizens during an extensive period of time. And this has been happening for ages, right? We basically abdicated the only most important decision that we have, that is how are we going to govern ourselves. And I think that until we know that we can do it, until we reclaim that the power to decide for ourselves, nothing is going to change. So we need to shed over 2,000 years of history and understand that institutions that we inherited, that the governments that we have, we are not bound to them. Like, we own them. The day that changes, everything else changes. We need new protocols for governance. I think we need institutions for the 21st century. Institutions and political institutions and social institutions, that they're not created in the void. They respond to the technological realities and to the values of their time. And those values and that technological landscape changed, but we haven't changed our governments, we haven't changed our political institutions. And so what we need to do is to rethink, redesign governance, redesign our political institutions. So set up new protocols, rethink representation, rethink political parties, rethink how the government functions, basically. And today we have amazing tools to do that we didn't have before. Not only the internet, but decentralized infrastructure like blockchain that allows us to build new contracts amongst a trusted network of peers, and that's fascinating.